Concept change, less consumption, more creation. I always thought I'm not influenced by social media and that somehow I managed to control my experience with it. I never considered leaving social media because I've seen it as an imperative way to advertise my photography work, and there is still some truth to that. But realistically, my screen time has very little to do with actively promoting or working and very much to do about brainless, endless scrolling. After hours spent scrolling on Instagram, I always leave...
Hey, the food is ready.
Food is ready, so I'm going to keep this short so I go and eat because I'm a bit hungry. So after hours of scrolling on Instagram, I always leave the app feeling like I am not enough and I do not have enough. So you might want to ask me, so why do you keep doing it then? But it's not obvious, is it? You go on these apps to check on what your friends, what your family has been doing, what some people you look up to have been doing, or quite a big number of really random strangers you follow for very few reasons. Also, the fear of missing out umbrella has a very extensive cover area. One thing leads to another and we managed to waste yet another free hour or free evening we had by doing absolutely nothing, and the after feeling isn't great. But this is not new information. There are plenty of studies and research done on the dopamine kick we get out of this instant reward, instant gratification systems. Hello, hi. Remember Rocky? I don't think you can see him, but he's here. This is their dog. How you doing? Being my moral support dog when I film these YouTube videos. So why do we do it then? I've recently done a poll on Instagram and on Facebook with the question, would you consider leaving social media for 1 month? And from my small community, somewhere about 100 people replied. The majority saying that they're considering it, they're thinking about it, and one from each platform, from Instagram and from Facebook, said that they would die. And I have one thing to say to these two people, and that's, you are probably the only honest ones. To the others who are considering leaving social media for at least a month, at least on an experimental base, what's actually stopping you? And I'm asking this with pure curiosity. We are so opinionated when it comes to several things like, alcohol and food and gluten. However, we continue to form these unhealthy attachments, at least when it comes to our social media addiction, but we are not as vocal about them as we are about the others. Let me ask you one thing, but you need to be honest when you reply to this question. How many hours have you spent on social media this week? Take your phone out, go to your digital screen time, and you have the breakdown. breakdown of how much time you've spent on all the apps, I'm going to put my breakdown on the screen for this past week. If you think I'm on a social media rant, this is actually just an honest conversation and tough conversation that I had to have with myself in the first place. This is a topic I'm trying to constantly remind myself of. So where do you fit in this picture? Well, you get a front row seat in my mind. Whenever I complain about not having time to do something, I first check my screen time and how many hours I've spent on certain apps, and that's where I always find the lost time.
Danny, it's ready. Now it's really ready.
Food time.
Hey, stop doing that.
It looked tiny in the camera. My intention was to always document parts of my life and to do something with them when I was ready and prepared to. And it seems like now I can process everything that I've documented at least, and I'm trying to be better at storytelling, which is what this chicken is also trying to do. And also I wanted to spend a lot more time outside and less screen time, which is a bit ironic. Did you know that for me to edit one of these videos takes me around 3 days? And I'm not only saying this to imply that you should subscribe, but this would really be a fantastic time for you to subscribe. Challenge myself every day to do something new, to be spontaneous, and to get better at storytelling and better in front of the camera. The word that makes the difference in this process is the word intention. I'm doing it with intention, and this is a considerable difference as opposed to using something brainlessly just because it's there. But the big concept change is less consumption, more creation. Just do more. You don't need another motivational video. You have all the information and you have what it takes. You have enough and you are enough. Go do and create more of those things that you've been obsessing with for the past you know how long time. Continue. You don't need someone else to tell you. You should do what makes you happy, or you should try, you should pursue it, you should fail. But it's not. You go on Instagram to check.